Wondering if Osaka is worth visiting on your Japan trip? It absolutely is. This lively city feels like no other in Japan with its friendly locals and vibrant atmosphere. We'll explore 25 of the city's best locations, from sightseeing hotspots to iconic street food, shopping districts, breathtaking observation decks, and rich historical sites. Let's dive right in. Welcome to the most iconic location here in Osaka, Dotonbori, and right behind me is the symbol of the city, the Glico Running Man billboard. This place is really the heart and beat of Osaka. You have so many bars, restaurants, shops. It is very lively. There are neon lit signs everywhere. I'm going to wander around and try some street food because this is also the home of Takoyaki, the octopus balls in Osaka. This part of Osaka is definitely the busiest, so keep that in mind. You do have to come here expecting people everywhere. Not only are there street food stalls, but you'll find little matsuri, so game stalls as well. Food options here are endless. You'll find sushi, wagyu, okonomiyaki, takoyaki, kushikatsu. All of the best Osaka treats are here. I have had the takoyaki here before, and I'm going to try and find that same shop. For 650 yen, I've got 6 takoyaki balls. The difference between these in Tokyo are that they're very gooey. Like the Tokyo ones are supposedly therma, although I've only ever had them here in Osaka as well as Kanazawa. So essentially these are just balls of dough. It's very gooey inside. There's a little piece of taco, which is the octopus. Then there's the sauce, and it's the batter. That's it. It's a very simple dish. And I didn't get the katsuobushi on top, which are these like dancing fish flakes. And the trick to these, if you get them, is to poke a hole in there because they are piping hot. Make sure you got a hole. I'm scared. It looks so hot. I actually really like this one. I think I like this more than any I've ever had before. I forgot to poke a hole in the second one and I totally burnt my tongue. Oh my god. I'm not making that mistake again. So when you're in the Dotonbori area, the one thing I really recommend doing is doing the river cruise. It's only 1,500 yen and it's about 20 minutes and you go all the way up the river and down the river. It's awesome because you get to see it from a different perspective. This is my second time doing it. I came in the summer, very nice at that time of year, and you have the really energetic hosts, all the guides on the tour, and they're very like Osaka-like. I love it. Let's go! Konnichiwa! The best time to go is at dusk because all the lights start turning on. It's so good. So this is the money shot, the Glico sign, and you have to come here. I think it was after 5 o'clock. What time is it now? No, maybe after 6 o'clock, and then they light it up. Oh! It's lit up now. Very end of the boat tour, you'll get an opportunity to stop and take photos of the Glico Running Man. And it just lit up. We are so lucky with the first boat trip to get the lit up one of the day. So make sure you come at dusk or right when it's turning to dusk if you want to get that picture shot. Yeah. Another fun thing you can do in Dotonbori is the Donki Ferris wheel. Yes, Don Quixote in Osaka has its very own Ferris wheel, which is crazy. And it was only 1,000 yen. It is a little old, I think. Like, it makes a lot of noise, but it's a great place to get another view of this incredible nightlife area. I love getting close up with the mascots directly in front of you. And you've got the river right below. Seated inside of a dome. It's got like a glass dome shape in front of you. We have the donkey penguin everywhere. We're almost at the top. I think it's about 10 minutes to do a full circuit. It was only about a 10-minute wait, so it's not too bad. Osaka just has so many different ways you can enjoy the city from above. I love it. There's so many options and I'm doing them all of them. I may have just dropped something inside of my little dome. My microphone. Uh-oh, I heard it fall. I can hear my mic just moving around. Oh my god. Massive shout out to the staff who actually saved my mic from the depths of that carousel. Anyway, if you want to rest your feet in this area, my top tip is dining inside a restaurant or cafe along the canal. And my favorite place is Hoshino Coffee because you get great views of the boats going by and it's really relaxing. If you walk just 3 minutes away from Namba Dotonbori, you can actually find yourself in one of the most quiet and beautiful streets. in this area, and I'm about to take you there. It's called Hozenji Yokocho. One street away, and it's very different atmosphere, very historic. It's one of the oldest alleyways, I believe, in Osaka City. I was just so overwhelmed moments ago, and now it's just so much more relaxing. There's a lot of expensive restaurants nestled into this back street. One of my favorite other things about this little area is that the pathway is actually connected to Hozenji Temple. I actually only stumbled across this place by accident last time I was here. During the 1970s, this temple was known for its connections to the performing arts, which is rather fitting since Dotonbori is Osaka's biggest entertainment hub. Looking to shop while you're in the Dotonbori area? You can't miss walking along the Shinsaibashi Suji arcade, where you'll find over 180 shops from local and international fashion brands to pharmacies or even gacha gacha. It is the perfect place to pick up souvenirs and shop till you drop. There's also tons of street food to check out here too. Before you leave the Namba area, if you want to experience something more traditional, head to Namba Yasaka Shrine. It's famous for a giant lion's head that has a stage, and you can see it right behind me. It's huge. It's a really popular photo spot. It is very packed at the moment. It's an afternoon here, so I'd recommend coming in the morning if you can. The giant lion's mouth is said to swallow evil spirits and then bring people good luck, especially in school and business matters. I've never seen any shrine like this though, so it is very, very unique. Very Osaka style, I feel. They like to do things differently and have a bit of fun with it. This is Kuromon Market, one of the most historic markets here in Osaka and the perfect place to experience the foodie culture. I'm not kidding, every other stall down here has some incredible food that just smells amazing, and I'm going to try and sample some of it. I've seen some fresh fruit, I've seen meat skewers, sweets, all kinds of things, and it's very cheap. So that makes me excited. Let's see what we can find. Dating back to the Edo period, this market is only a 5-minute walk from Nipponbashi Station, and what's most impressive is how many food stalls are squeezed onto this street. But it's not surprising considering the people from Osaka actually have a term called kuidaore to describe the feeling of eating too much food and falling over because you're that full. So you'll find everything from fresh seafood, meat skewers, coffee, traditional sweets, honestly anything you can think of. I was just walking along and came across a place that was selling fresh hot sake. So cute because it's served in like this little bamboo cup. It was only 300 yen. I figured, why not? Come by. Oh, that's so good. Hot sake on a cold winter's day. It's amazing. There's also a lot of restaurants here where you can sit down and dine. Like this place, for instance, you can get seafood, fresh like sashimi, have a hot sake with it. But I'm going to keep looking for some other food. I couldn't believe that I came across a sweet for 130 yen. That is so cheap. And it's got custard in the middle. It's called Okonomiyaki in Tokyo. I think I had this recently. It was like 300 yen. Itadakimasu. This is so good. 130 yen. I came across a really cute shop on my way out of the market and I couldn't resist getting one more snack. It is a hanami dango, which is like a tri-colored dango with pink, white, and green mochi. I love mochi. It's so chewy. And the lady was so cute. She was like, kawaii, and I'm like, no, you're kawaii. This was only 150 yen. It was so cheap. This market, cheapest market I think I've ever been to. Right around the corner, you'll find yourself in another unique shopping arcade. One of my favorite discoveries here in Osaka is Dotonbori Shopping Street, which is all about kitchenware. I cannot explain how amazing this place is if you have any love for cooking. It's similar to Kappabashi, which Tokyo has, and so you can find knives, pots, pans, everything and anything relating to cooking. So I'm going to see if I can find anything that I could find useful back in my little apartment in Tokyo. While this street may specialize in kitchen goods, it's a paradise for both amateurs and professionals. You need knives, pans, you're covered. Utensils, tableware, seasoning, check. You can also pick up cute Japanese cups or teapots too. A personal favorite of mine though are these plastic food accessories. I bought a plastic melon pun one and I use it as my gym keychain. Yeah, I know, it's to motivate me to eat more melon pun. Decided to grab myself a little, it's not a knife, but it's something to cut up the Okonomiyaki, which is a classic Osaka dish. And I'm gonna do this at home. So this is my little souvenir. It was only 230 yen. So cheap. One of my other recommendations for neighborhoods is Denden Town, also known as Electric Town, and it is Osaka's version of Tokyo's Akihabara. So you can find all the pop culture, anime, video games, electronics here, and it's just fun to walk around and see what you find. Just like Akihabara, they have some of the most famous like merch stores like Super Potato, Animate, as well as gacha centers. So there's so much to do. You could spend like a couple of hours here if you're into that kind of thing. When you're visiting Denden Town, make sure to walk along Ota Road. It's the main area where you'll find all the shops. Not too overrun or crowded, that's the good thing. Unlike Akihabara, which can feel a little hectic at times, this place is a lot quieter and it's more spread out. Like, I think it's a smaller space than Akihabara, but this road is just so wide. Even though cars come down it, it's just not too hectic at all, and I like that about it. And it's walking distance to Namba, as well as all the other areas that I've been to so far. While you're in Denden Town, make sure to pop into some of the shops because you're going to come across really cool places selling lots of your favorite anime merch. You can get t-shirts, badges, pins, literally anything. So if you're into that kind of stuff, don't miss out. If you're on the hunt for retro game consoles or games, Super Potato is your place. They have literally everything, especially lots of Nintendo. It can be quite busy, but this is a less populated one than the one in Tokyo. Whenever I come here, I'm always so excited to just look around and take in the atmosphere because they've decorated it so nicely. So do check this out. While browsing around, I actually came across this really cool cup, and it's called a Yunomi, and it's for hot tea, and it has like a really cool traditional Mario aesthetic, and I think I'll grab one. It's just 1,000 yen. I'm gonna go for this blue one. It's impossible to leave this area without doing a crane game, so I'm gonna try this one that says very easy, but they're never easy. It's the little Ghibli character. Am I surprised that I didn't get it? No. They always lie. They always say easy and then it's not. I gotta get out of here before I spend any more money. Time to get out. If you love fashion, you can't miss Amerikamura, which literally translates to American Village. And the reason for that is back in the 1970s, the Japanese youth really loved American clothing and fashion, and so a lot of secondhand clothing stores, thrift stores were born. These days, of course, it's still popular with the young people in Osaka. They'll gather here. There's a triangular shaped park where everyone will just hang out. Of course, there's lots of street food, cafes, restaurants. It's a really cool place to just come on the weekend with friends. And I'm gonna see if I can thrift some cool items. I'm looking for maybe a fun beanie. I have a big beanie collection, or a nice jumper. 何がおすすめですか？
何がおすすめですか？
はい。
そうだな。お姉さんに似合うものってことですか？
まあ何でも。
何でも？何しようかな。これは
Wow, that's a lot.
面白いものって言ったから。
Thrifting in Osaka is a real joy since you never know what unique pieces you'll come across, and the Japanese people do tend to take very, very good care of their clothing, so the secondhand clothing scene here is very popular. Also, not to mention a very sustainable and affordable way to enjoy fashion. Unfortunately, I had no luck finding any new clothing, so I decided it was time to hit up one of Osaka's newer attractions instead.
If you're in Osaka, you're probably going to want to check out the teamLab exhibition that is permanently held inside of Nagai Park, and this park is huge. They have lots of different plant species, but during the teamLab exhibition, or the area, which only starts at 6 p.m. in the evening, you get to walk through this immersive experience where there's all these little lights dotted throughout the whole entire park, and it's really fun because you can actually like touch them and they'll change color. It's just a cool, fun experience that you can do in the evenings here in Osaka. It is pretty new, I believe, whereas the ones in Tokyo have been around for a while and they're on most tourist itineraries, so it's nice that Osaka now has its own teamLab exhibition. It's open from 6 p.m. to about 9 p.m. You should get your tickets online to avoid missing out. I would recommend coming in like spring or autumn because it can be quite chilly during, of course, the winter season, and maybe a little too hot in the summer. If you're in Osaka, you definitely can't miss coming to Universal Studios Japan. It is an incredible theme park. It's so popular these days. Oh my gosh, you can hear everyone screaming in the background on the Hollywood Dream. But my favorite place is obviously Super Nintendo World. You can spend like a whole day in there. It's so beautiful, but they also have Harry Potter. They have lots of pop-up events. They have anime collabs. It is honestly such a fun place. And if you're like me, you might get a year pass and just come here over and over again. It's so incredible. You will love it. If you're lucky enough to be in Osaka during Halloween, you need to come here for the horror night. It is one of the coolest experiences because they have lots of zombies crawling around. And then during Christmas time, of course, they have like festive decorations. And right now, there's nothing in particular because it's January. But January is one of the more quiet times of the year. So it's actually quite a nice time to visit the park. It's dusk at the moment, so it's very, very beautiful and things start to light up and become colorful. Like my little star.
One of Osaka's city centres is Umeda, a major transport and business hub. Chances are you will take a train to or from this station at least once, since it is the busiest transportation hub in Western Japan and actually comprises of 6 different lines. Yeah, that's a lot, including JR Osaka, Hankyu Osaka Umeda, Hanshin Osaka Umeda, and 3 subway stations, Umeda Station, Higashi Umeda Station, and Nishi Umeda. Wow, that was a mouthful. It can be very overwhelming navigating this place for the first time, but with that set aside, there are plenty of attractions nearby, which I'll explore with you.
Right in the heart of Umeda, so Osaka Station area, is a giant red Ferris wheel. It's located inside of the Het 5 shopping complex and it goes around for about 15 minutes, of course in like a full 360-degree rotation. You get great views of Osaka and they recommend it at nighttime, which is when I'm here right now because the city just lights up. You can see people walking around, crossing, shopping, and you can see the trains coming into the station. So it's very, very beautiful. It's a romantic place, but I booked out this little space to myself. It was only 800 yen, so I figured why not?
I wanted to take the heights to the next level, so I walked a mere 15 minutes to another one of Osaka's impressive observation decks.
If you'd like to experience Osaka from high up, I can't recommend Umeda Sky Building enough because it's an outdoor observation deck. Literally 175 meters up high and you have 360-degree views of the entire city. The moment I walked outside, my jaw dropped because the whole ground is lit with like sparkles. It is incredible and it's just so pretty and it's such a nice touch that they didn't have to do, but it really adds to the like magic of being up here. The reason why I'm so impressed with this observation deck is because there's no glass. There's nothing, it's just there. And I think that's quite rare because Shibuya Sky's like that. The other 2 observation decks in Osaka are the same. So having just like no glass in front of you and just being able to like reach out and see with no glare, it's incredible. I'd love to come back during the daytime and see what it's like, but at night it is incredible. I'm just honestly lost for words. This is way better than I could have ever anticipated, and it only cost 2,000 yen, super close to Namba Station, only about a 15-minute walk or so, open till 10:30 at night, so you don't have to worry about missing out if you've got a full day. You can even come here after Universal Studios because they're open just so late. I can't believe I've been to Osaka about 20-30 times and never been until now. I'm definitely going to come back and oh my goodness, you can see the light on my teeth, the fluorescent light. I look like a vampire. If only my teeth were always that white. I think I'm gonna go downstairs and warm up with a drink and enjoy the view from inside.
The indoor dining options were surprisingly good, with a range of international beers to proper meals and desserts. I was pretty impressed. It is a romantic viewing spot, but I came across someone's rejection, a lonely bouquet of flowers just sitting here. Well, I enjoyed my matcha soft serve and really pondered about what happened before moving on. Oh, and by the way, if you do come here on an empty stomach, be sure to dine downstairs at the Takimi Koji Gourmet Street, which is a replica of Osaka streets from the 1920s. It had very nostalgic vibes and the toilet was even like a proper sento. But do note they close earlier, so don't expect to be able to eat there around 10 p.m. When you're around Umeda, there's plenty of shopping centers. You can grab a quick bite to eat as well at one of the many cafes or restaurants and then hit up the shops too. My recommendation is hitting up Daimaru for all the Nintendo, Pokemon, and anime fans out there. The stores here are generally less crowded than the Tokyo equivalents too, so that's a bonus.
Right behind me is one of the most iconic landmarks here in Japan, Osaka Castle, also known as Osaka-jo. It towers over the city of Osaka and is known for its distinctive gold and green colors. It is so beautiful to admire from the outside, but you can also go inside, which is what I'm going to be doing. And it is a bit of a trek up this hill, and I'm going to take you along. I'm already out of breath, if I'm going to be honest. Looks great though.
This is a very popular spot, so prepare yourself by purchasing your tickets online in advance to skip that queue. Once you're inside the castle, there's a museum showcasing the history with several historical artifacts on display, such as real samurai armor. Osaka Castle was originally built in 1583 by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, a samurai feudal lord, but sadly the castle has been destroyed several times, so when you do visit it today, it is a modern reconstruction built in 1831.
When you get to the 7th or 8th floor, there were so many steps I already forgot, you have a really cool view of all of the Kansai region. You can see the mountains in the distance. I need to figure out where my bearings are. Like, where's Kyoto? Might be that way.
Right next to Osaka Castle is also the Osaka Castle Park, where you can enjoy some food stalls. And I'd love to come back during the spring because they have over 5,000 cherry blossoms blooming here. But sadly, there is nothing blooming during the winter. One short train ride away and we're in the Tennoji area, home to some of my absolute favorite Osaka spots.
Welcome to New World, also known as Shinsekai, and this is one of my absolute favorite neighborhoods in all of Osaka, and probably the reason why I fell in love with the city in the first place. It is pretty hectic here. There are bell sounds going off because they have Japanese festival stores. They have the most popular dish here in this area called kushikatsu, which is like a deep fried skewer. They also have tons and tons of restaurants here, bars. It's a great place for a night out. It's really colourful as well. It's a retro atmosphere and it never gets old. I've come here probably like 10, 15 times in the past 2 years because I don't know, there's something about it. It's just like a really fun place to walk around and take in the feeling of Japan. Another thing to look out for when you're here is the Tsutenkaku Tower, and it's always illuminated at nighttime, and you can also go up the top of it. It gives you an amazing view of this area because it's not that high, so you get kind of like a tiny bit of a raised perspective, but so much that you can still see all the details of Shinsekai. So it's one of my favorite towers in Japan as well. Fun fact about me. Okay, I paid 500 yen to give this a go. I am very bad at this, but you need to shoot off like one of the toys and all the snacks and you'll get a prize. Oh! I got something! I actually won. Feeling like a champion. Right next to the main area of Shinsekai is Hozenji Yokocho, the most amazing name, I love it, and it's full of local vibes. You've got tiny little izakaya and eateries where people are coming after work, and then you have a few places where you can get street food, and my favorite kushikatsu restaurant is actually located along the street. It's called Osho Club, so if you're in the area, do check it out. They do the best and lightest kushikatsu I've ever had. But if you come here, you can also just explore lots of sushi restaurants. They also have arcades, a really cool retro one where you can play the OG Mario and just enjoy a really like grungy part of Osaka. This is where the locals hang out, although I find that it's a lot more of the older generation because the young people are a little skeptical of this area. So whenever I come to Shinsekai, my Japanese friends are like, really? You're going there? But the tourists love it. Also, as a woman, just be aware, this is the kind of place you might get a bit too much attention, so just be a little bit aware. Yeah, stay about your wits. This little arcade here is my favorite thing I've ever discovered. And I always come here and always try Mario. Oh, I'm running out of time.
Just a quick mention for those wanting a spa day, hit up Spa World Osaka, also located right in the heart of Shinsekai, for a soak in several different themed onsen. Alright, now we're going back to daytime in Shinsekai.
One thing I highly recommend if you're in Shinsekai is coming up to the top of Tsutenkaku Tower because you get an incredible view of the area, and it's not so high up that you can actually see things in detail. Like you can see the city of like Shinsekai down there and people walking along, and of course you can see Abeno Harukas in the distance because it is the second tallest building in Japan. Pretty small, like it's not a huge observation deck, but they have like different things you can do here. They have a slide. My tip is just coming up to the very top and getting a nice view outside. It's not very expensive either, it's only about 1,300 yen. There was a little bit of a wait, but I think it's totally worth it. This is the Harukas Observatory, and it is 300 meters tall, and it used to be the second tallest building in Japan until the new Azabudai Hills took over last year. It is unbelievable up here. I'm gonna take you around because the sun is setting. I just made it in time and I've got amazing 360-degree views of the entire city. This is actually my first time here. I've never checked it out before, but that was something I should have done sooner. This must be on your Osaka itinerary.
This is hands down one of the best spots to get a 360-degree view of Osaka's beauty from above. On a clear day, you'll get views of the entire Kansai region, including Kobe and Kyoto.
One of the great things about this observatory is that it's nowhere near as crowded as the ones in Tokyo. Like, I walked up, bought a ticket on the spot, so you don't even have to reserve in advance, and could get in. You can't do that at Shibuya Sky, so this is a good last minute thing that you can just add in. And this is peak time, it's sunset on a Friday evening. So this is pretty crazy to me. You can see behind me we have these glass windows, and the architectural design here is so pleasing because I can see the people on the other side, and it's very photogenic, this like viewing deck. I love it.
One of the highlights of this observation deck is definitely the dining space on the 60th floor called the Sky Garden. It's an open air section where you can get panoramic views of Osaka while enjoying some food. Next time I visit, I'm definitely going to reserve one of the hot pot seats with the kotatsu area. This is a winter exclusive. It looked insanely fun. Gotta throw in that this was the most breathtaking bathroom I've ever witnessed. Look at those views. Alright, I have been saving the best for last. There is one final thing you must do when in Osaka, and it's eat this local dish.
When you're in Osaka, one of the most famous foods you'll come across is called Okonomiyaki, and it is a Japanese pancake. And the cool thing about being in Osaka is that they have little street food stalls, not only in like Dotonbori, but throughout the whole city. And this place, I stumbled across it last time I was in town. It's called Tekoya, and they sell yakisoba, takoyaki, and okonomiyaki fresh. So I actually got it without like meat inside, as well as seafood, so you can customize it. They're very friendly. I love the staff there. And I'm gonna dig in because they made it right in front of me. It's so good. Okonomiyaki is made up of cabbage, egg, as well as a few toppings, and there's flour as well. And they mix it all together, grill it on the hot plate. Toppings that are popular are often like pork or mochi cheese, which is my personal favorite, but you can also put things like ramen, dry ramen noodles inside, so you can get really creative. And what makes it so damn addictive is the sauce they put on top. It's so tasty. It's like really salty, but perfect amount of like soy sauce sweetness, and then they put mayonnaise on top as well as a little bit of nori, which is seaweed. Usually if you get okonomiyaki in a restaurant, it's anywhere between 800 to maybe 1,500 yen, but at Tekoya it's just 500 yen. That is so cheap. I could not get over it. I added a topping or two, so that was an extra 150 yen, but still 650 yen for an entire meal that I can just take home. If I lived in Osaka, I would just eat this every day. So if you're running around Osaka during your trip, make sure to hit up one of these Tekoya stands and get your Osaka food.
If you're still keen to see more spots in Osaka, check out my neighborhood guide that dives into super local areas, or my other cafe guide. I really hope you enjoyed this guide to Osaka, and if you're a takoyaki lover, please hit that like and subscribe button. Bye!